Imagine this. David, a 27-year-old from Chicago, is stuck in a job that barely pays the bills. Every morning feels the same. Same commute. Same desk. Same frustration. He scrolls through social media and sees people living in Europe, working remotely, enjoying a better quality of life. And he wonders, how are they doing this? Then one day, he stumbles across something that changes everything. A visa that lets you go to Portugal. Without a job offer. No employer sponsor. No complicated corporate transfer. Just you, your ambition, and a chance to build a new life. Sounds too good to be true, right? Most people think it is. And that's exactly why they never even try. But here's the truth. Portugal's job seeker visa is real, it's powerful, and in 2026, it might just be one of the easiest ways to legally move to Europe. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use it. Let's start with the part most people completely misunderstand. The Portugal Job Seeker Visa is not a work visa. Not yet. This is where it gets interesting. It's actually a gateway visa. A stepping stone. It allows you to enter Portugal legally and stay for a limited time while you search for a job. And once you land that job, everything changes. You can convert it into a residence permit. That means long-term stay, legal work rights, access to healthcare, and eventually, permanent residency or even citizenship. But here's the problem. Most people fail before they even begin. Not because it's hard, but because they miss small details that make a huge difference. So let's walk through this step by step, exactly how someone like David would do it. Step 1. Understanding eligibility. You don't need a job offer. That's the biggest advantage. But you do need to prove a few key things. First, you need a valid passport. That's obvious, but it must have enough validity left. Second, you must show financial means. And this is where most people panic. How much money do I need? The requirement is based on Portugal's minimum wage. In 2026, you should expect to show around 3 to 6 months' worth of minimum salary. Let's simplify that. If Portugal's monthly minimum wage is around €800, you'll likely need between €2,400 and €4,800 in your bank account. Not millions. Not life savings. Just enough to prove you can survive while job hunting. But here's what most people get wrong. It's not just about the amount. It's about how you show it. Your bank statements must be clean, consistent, and clearly in your name. Sudden large deposits. That raises red flags. This is where many applications quietly get rejected. Now let's move to the next requirement, accommodation. You need to prove where you'll stay in Portugal. This could be a rental agreement, a hotel booking, or even a letter of invitation from someone living there. Simple, right? But here's where it gets tricky. Short-term bookings that look temporary can weaken your application. Immigration officers want to see stability. So if you can, aim for a longer-term rental agreement, even if it's just for a few months. Now comes the part people often overlook. The motivation letter. This is your story. Why Portugal? Why now? What are your plans? And this is where someone like David stands out. Instead of writing something generic, he explains his background, his skills, and how he plans to contribute to Portugal's economy. He doesn't just say, "I want a job." He shows direction. And that makes all the difference. Now, let's talk about documents. Because this is where things can either go smoothly or completely fall apart. You'll need a completed visa application form, passport photos, proof of financial means, proof of accommodation, travel insurance that covers your stay, a clean criminal record certificate, and your motivation letter. Sounds like a lot. It is. But it's manageable if you prepare early. Now here's a small detail most people miss. Your documents may need to be legalized or apostilled, depending on your country. Skip this step, and your application can be delayed or rejected. This is where things get serious. Now let's move to the actual application process. You don't apply in Portugal. You apply from your home country through a Portuguese consulate or embassy. And timing matters. Processing can take several weeks, sometimes even a couple of months. So if you're planning to move in summer, don't start in summer. Start early. This is where patience becomes your biggest advantage. Now imagine this. David submits his application. Weeks go by. He starts doubting everything. What if I get rejected? What if this doesn't work? This is the emotional part most people don't talk about. But here's the truth. If your documents are correct, your chances are strong. And then one day, he gets the email. Approved. This is where everything changes. Now comes the next phase, entering Portugal. The job seeker visa usually allows you to stay for around 120 days, sometimes extendable. That's your window. 4 months to find a job. Sounds stressful? It can be. But it's also an opportunity. Because now you're inside the country. You can attend interviews in person. Network. Explore opportunities that are invisible from the outside. And this is where strategy matters. Most people think job hunting means applying online. That's only half the game. In Portugal, connections matter. So David starts attending local events. He joins online communities. He reaches out to companies directly. And here's the surprising truth. Many jobs are never publicly advertised. They're filled through referrals and networking. This is where persistence pays off. Now let's talk about the types of jobs you can realistically get. Portugal's job market is strong in areas like tech, customer support, tourism, and remote services. If you speak English, you already have an advantage. If you speak Portuguese, your opportunities multiply. But here's the problem. Many people aim too high too fast. They reject entry-level roles, thinking they deserve more. And they run out of time. Don't make that mistake. Your first job is your entry point. Once you're in the system, you can grow, switch, and upgrade. This is where smart thinking beats ego. Now imagine this moment. After weeks of searching, David finally gets an offer. It's not perfect, but it's real. And that's all he needs. Because now, he can convert his visa into a residence permit. This is the turning point. He schedules an appointment with Portugal's immigration authorities, submits his employment contract, provides updated documents, and within weeks, he receives his residence permit. Now he's no longer just visiting. He's living there, working legally, paying taxes, building a life. And here's where it gets even more interesting. After a few years of legal residence, you can apply for permanent residency. And eventually, citizenship. Yes, that means a European passport. Freedom to live and work across the EU. All starting from one decision. But here's the question. Why Portugal? Why not another country? This is where the bigger picture comes in. Portugal offers a lower cost of living compared to many Western European countries. A high quality of life. Safety. Healthcare. And a growing international community. Cities like Lisbon and Porto are becoming global hubs. And yet, it's still accessible. That window won't stay open forever. Policies change. Requirements increase. Competition grows. This is where timing becomes everything. Now let's address a common fear. What if I don't find a job in time? It's a valid concern. If you don't secure employment within your visa period, you may need to leave Portugal. But that doesn't mean failure. It means you gained experience, built connections, and understand the system better. Many people try again and succeed the second time. But here's how you reduce that risk. Prepare before you arrive. Update your resume in European format. Start applying early. Research companies. Learn basic Portuguese phrases. Because once you land, the clock starts ticking. Every day matters. Now think about this. A year from now, you could still be in the same place, same routine, same frustration. Or you could be like David, living in a new country, building a future, experiencing something most people only dream about. And it all starts with one decision. But here's the final insight most people never realize. This visa is not just about moving countries. It's about changing your mindset. From waiting to taking action. From fear to strategy. From dreaming to doing. And once you make that shift, everything else follows. So if you're serious about building a better future, this might be your opportunity. Not someday. Not when the time is right. But now. Because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. And the people who act early, they're the ones who win. If you found this guide helpful and want more real, practical strategies like this, make sure you subscribe. Because the next opportunity might be even bigger. And you don't want to miss it.